Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another square sausage of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Sausage. In the last episode we did some stuff in the swamp, and we're going to continue doing some stuff in the swamp, because that's what we're here for. You're going to turn around and notice me, aren't you? Well, you get to die before that happens. I went into a level accidentally, and I'm not going to do that because there's this level here. Now, I noticed when I was starting the game that, like, in the opening sequence, that's technically playable because it feeds into the prologue.
With all the hay and feathers in here, just looking at this place has got me breaking out in hives. But we've got no choice. That ghost over there contacted me on Spectre Wave Radio, and we've cut a deal. He's promised us a key if you can whack 50 chickens. I guess he needs them to make a big pot of gumbo, but he's scared of the bob-toting roosters. Be careful, or they'll blow you to bits. Think you can do it?
Well, damn! Because the opening sequence is technically playable because it is the prologue, but Sly doesn't have a Lucky Charm at that time. But then when you press start, the Lucky Charm that he's currently got spawns on his back because it loads that before it loads the rest of the game. Anyway, this is kind of random. Just spank the chickens and don't spank the cockerels. Ah yes, don't spank the cock. Ah, those are bombs. Okay, they are. I thought it would just be a matter of watch what you're spanking. Tee-hee. But yes, I thought this would be worse than it is. I thought it was just, if you smack them, they will blow up. But no, they will chase you down and you will die, for you must die. And excuse you, I got caught on this edge here, which is not a fun time. And now I'm big... Really, children, you're making me... Excuse you! Excuse you! I was jumping away from that ass!
6.5 hours later.
That was bullshit. I don't even know how many attempts that took me, but it took me quite a few. So, after a while I did figure out that the logic of it is the roosters do pursue you, and you need to get them to run into each other or just jump out of the arena, which is not exactly the most efficient way of doing it, but also 50 chickens in that little amount of time, not fun, not easy, and I would say, is there going to be a mission like that in every chapter? Because I sincerely hope there isn't. Hopefully this will be nice and straightforward. I wonder if this will give me the tutorial again, because I skipped it in a previous episode. If it doesn't give it to me, then I will just put in the previous footage, or I could just press L1.
That vehicle seems to be outfitted with some sort of high-energy cannon. Use the left analog stick to move, and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot. Remember, you can always shoot in one direction while moving in another.
Getting major Rayman 2 vibes from this area, but, what's gonna happen? How bad's it gonna be? Oh, we're on a boat. Well, I'll just shoot everything then. See, this is yet another mission where it could be made so much easier if it was just Sly doing Sly by himself, like without this little sort of space-pedalo. Like, it was just him and his cane. He could just stand there spamming the cane in every direction. It's just... Instead, we're on a boat. Well, we're voyaging on our voyage. We have... Oh. Like, we're riding something that's riding something else. Tee-hee. But yes, can you not? Thank you. This isn't so bad so far. This is one of those things that would be made so much easier if I had a, like a Lucky Charm, but unfortunately I lost it to some roosters. I lost it amongst the chickens. Can y'all not? Can y'all give me a bit of beef space? So I can be sauce. Oh, I can progress. Can I progress? Can I make forward go? Oh, that's just a checkpoint. There's plenty more level where that came from. Yummady dingle doy my grem. And other such type words. And we have more angry faces. My favorite kind of face. Can you cease existing? Could you cease existing if I asked you in a different flavor of platitude? Which is like politeness, but worded incorrectly. Also, it feels like the aim is slightly wonky. Excuses, excuses, I am just bad at game. Excuses, excuses, we all fall down. except we're not falling, we're on a hovercraft, which falling is just flying with no purpose. That wasn't meant to sound so profound. I meant to say something like, I don't know, flying is just falling but missing. Like, I don't know, I'm just stressed because I've done one bullshit mission in this level, world chapter flavor cake, and now we're doing what appears to be another with slightly more reasonable difficulty expectations. Can I get these, please? I would like another health, and I'm nowhere near it at the moment. Because this is just a chapter that does not allow me to sustain healthy. But once again, I will at least somewhat blame this controller because it is old, and it is well used. There's more. So, I mentioned earlier in this product that I've not played the game, like, all that much, and all my experiences are mostly just from seeing someone else's Let's Play. I don't remember anything from what I've, like, I remember...
According to my powerful scanner, that glowing suit is really highly charged ectoplasm. It's just got to be the source of power for those headstone generators.
See, I remember there being a level called Down Home Cooking, and I don't remember it being that, and I don't remember this at all in any, like, concept execution, none of it. So clearly this game has changed. Like, I'm in the middle of reading a book at the moment that I read as a child, and there are parts of the story that are different from what I remember from reading it as a child, and it is all about, like, wizards who mess with space. Well, not space, but, like, it's... The book in question is Archer's Goon by Diana Wynne Jones, which is very good. Like, she's an author of contestable qualities depending on which works of hers you judge, but she's... Excuse you, I was shooting. You can't make me take damage from something that's been dead by shooties. Death by shooties, thank you. Once again, I just got that health. Can I please keep health? Yeah, so Archer's Goon, Diana Wynne Jones, good book. So it's about these 7 wizards who just run a town, and... faces. And I swear, it's going slightly differently from how I remember reading it as a child, so clearly, the wizards in question have just messed with their own book. There is no other explanation. Clearly, I didn't misremember, because, you know, this isn't the case of Andrew Tolver. Excuse you, I'm just gonna glide right past. We have more! I don't like these ghosts, they've caused me to die on previous occasions. Not in this mission, but just broadly speaking. There have been missions where I have died because of this type of enemy. You spawn too much. Not even too quickly, just too much. Absorbing all my bullets. How am I supposed to shoot the things if I need to shoot all of y'all as well? I need a second Kapluskus of shootery. Kapluskus. I wonder if that sounds like a body part, but like a really difficult one that you'd learn about in like A-level biology. Like, yes, he's got a sprained Kapluskus. That's how he doesn't exist anymore. You know, if you sprain your Kapluskus, you do stop existing. It's scientific fact. Okay, that's one of them down. If I go over here and just repeat the strat of standing in one place and just spamming bullets back and forth, pooping back and forth forever. That's a Cards Against Humanity card. Type that into China. The memories of assorted things that have been quote in so far from Skype conversations that have contained me. I want to go back to Wales and just pick up the free health that's located there upon Whomsteadly of there. Can I have key? I can have key, that's good and thank. Okay, according to the recording, I've been recording for nearly 20 minutes. I find that hard to believe because I've only done 2 missions. So, once I cut out all the stuff that needs cutting out, this won't be a 17-minute episode. So that being the case, I'm just gonna go to the next level and, I guess, leave the boss for next time. That would make too much sense. Oh good, you've respawned, just when I have 0 healthies. But I like my H. McPeingtons. Don't take away that from me which I have none of. You know? You cease. See, I would have expected, just for the difficulty curve of this game, that there would just be a free health in every hub world, but maybe that'd be asking a bit too many. Well, whatever the case may be, if we're having a long episode, so be it. That was... Normally I don't leave my burps in, but that was, like, it sounded like I was choking on actual death, so I'll just leave that in. Now run, Sly, you glorious fuzzy foof. Like fool, but foof. Okay, are we safe? Are we having frame rate issues? Are we going to go into the tunnel? The descent into danger. There was a time... But that's all, there was a time. No. So, Prima strategy guides, right? They're not great. And I had one for the GameCube version of Animal Crossing, and it made reference to decent items at some point, like, I don't know, shake trees, you might get decent items, but I read it as descent items.
Oh my god, It's going to come down big time on this dump.
Yeah, never mind the health and safety of all these other places that are compromisable. I was trying to spam the cane, even though Sly needs all of his limbs in order to climb here. But yes, so it may have been a typo. I don't remember. But it may not have been. I may just have been a special child who just didn't read decent correctly. So yes, shake a tree, and a descent item will come down, for it hath descended from above, uponst, from the treasure trove above. Which, okay, that is a title of a Bit Dip on a Bus video, so I rip off him far too much as it is, so I should just not. Don't try to kill me, sir. It's really not necessary. Can I jump around here? Because I feel like I can't make that jump. And there was a second there where I thought, oh hey, I could just press the triangle button to check my stats. For that matter, I never use any of these abilities. Yeah, no, I'm quite good as I am, thank you. Are there going to be ghosts? Are there going to be launchable faces? There are launching faces. How much would I bet this will be easier to deal with now that we're not in that piddly cushion? You know the piddly cushion. You know the piddly cushion? The thing that we were riding around on before? Can you just stop? Thank you. And more bottles. This is a 40, but we're making fancy progress. And so far, I'm sort of reminded of the library in Riley's place, because we're going all the way down and we're about to go all the way back up again. Or at least that's how it feels. Ooh. There's the waterfall. But yes, so health and safety. This place doesn't rank very highly, but then neither do the other places, because they're deadly. There's clocks and guns and Jesus, and other references that don't belong to me. Imagine if you could copyright memes, good grief. Well, imagine if websites had closing hours for that matter. And other polyptoton. Why am I so fond of the word polyptoton? I can never remember what it is, I just know that it's like a literary thing. Like, they were fond of it in ancient Greek and ancient Latin, like, stories and epics, like, you know, the Aeneid. I studied the Aeneid at GCSE. Oh no, that fell. That fell? That fell. I'm reminded of the cornbread that fell, which is one of the things in Animal Crossing where, like, I forget whether it's the Wii version or the 3DS version, but at some point around New Year, you can talk to the hungry, happy type villagers, and they'll do like a little obituary for all the food that they weren't able to consume in the preceding year, and one of the possible, like, there'll be like the insert name of food item here that fell, and I know at some point one of my animals was telling me about the cornbread that fell, so, you know. There are other things as well that sort of fit the pattern a bit better. Like, there are other things like the X that Y'd, the Z that Q'd, the cornbread that fell. Ooh, can I up? Can I further uply? There is stuff. Is it useful to me? I bottle. It's funny because if you bottle it, then that implies that you're not doing the thing. Like, you're about to do something that requires gumption and forthright hereto-once for blub... Oh. Ding! Gusto. And then if you bottle it, you don't do the thing. Well, I got distracted by bottles, so it's not quite the same thing. Yes, is there any benefit to me for taking the upper route here? Because I could possibly land on this. Can I land on this? Ooh, I can land on this. It is a circle thing. I thought it might not be. It is, in fact, a circle jerk. No! Can you die? Good. That's never worked. In all the times that I've tried to do that attack to descend from above and kill on contact, that's never worked, and now it has worked, so I'm having a fantastic time. Now you there. Turn around, and then just die. Thank you. I do worry about those green orbs following around, because thus far, none have noticed me. They'll just... Even if I kill them, they throw the green orb at me, and then I suffer and lose a healthy. Now, there's this. Well, that just seems actionable. You know, as if you don't have health and safety on you as it is, there's also the question of how to deal with workers' unions. Now, how do I descend from here? Am I going to have to go around again? Because I want to end up over there. How can I there most efficiently? Well, I decided to go out my way just to get this bit of health, because goodness knows I need it, and I'm genuinely surprised that the spikes on the edges of here don't cause you a damage. Or if it did, then it didn't noticeably. I'm gonna need to be right back so I can get back up there. Good leg. What? But water safety though! Okay, so we're back up here. As you will have seen, on the way back, I took some damage from spikes that I didn't mean to land on, and yet landed on anyway. And then also, on top of that, I fell into the poogie soup, and that caused me a damage. Oh good, this respawned. Well, that's fine, I can live with that. But the only reason why I still have the lucky charm is I got 100 coins on the way back. Now, is this going to be bullshit like it was before? Because I didn't articulate it clearly enough in the previous episode, but there was a point where I pressed the circle button to magnetize to these blue sparklies, and Sly sort of magnetized forwards and to one side into the path of a laser that had already passed, or at least it would have done if he'd gone to where I wanted him to go. Is this stand-onable? It doesn't look stand-onable. Yeah, no, it flows. Oh, it has a whoopy-goopy-goopitude to it. But yeah, I feel somewhat incensed that I lost health. Well, I died, actually.
Look at all the security. This must be the source of all the disgusting green soup.
Oh, Bentley, everywhere's been the source of the soup so far. But we have the water safety notes, and yet I still took a Oh, there are faces in here. That's good. Why would you put the security thing in the middle of the room? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh dear. How did I survive any of that? Also, purple candles. I just realized we need to be killing these. But stop launching your face at me. It's really rather rude. Like, if you did that in the real world, people would call social services because you're being unkind to your face. But also, it would be considered like things not to do on a first date. Take off your face and throw it at someone. Trust me, I've tried. It hasn't ended well. And good, we have more Pudjo, Japan, Piper, Petted Iguana, Ants, BB, Dada. By which I mean fire jets, obviously. Hey. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of being on fire. It's amongst other things, it's one of my least fond memories of existing. I've never actually been on fire. I've come close to being on fire once, because I had this really nice jacket when I was younger, and I stood too close to... Like, hang on a second. Okay, radiators, right. They don't make them like they used to. Oh, we sliding in here. Hang on. Oh, good, we got them all. Yay. Okay. What are you hiding in here? It better be worth my goddamn while.
These codes are nothing before my righteous analytical ability. The combination has to be 571.
Good. So, old-fashioned, like, 90s style radiators, or they still had them in the 90s anyway. They don't have them anymore, but I stood too close to one and my jacket caught fire. And this was when I was, like, a toddler. But I'm fine now. My parents don't even remember this happening, which is slightly concerning.
Mind-bending. It's Matthew de la Coupeau's perpetual slow-motion technique. With this move, you can slow down time whenever you want, not just while jumping. Hold down the triangle button to use it.
And that's all well and good, but first of all, the must-fast ability worked like that anyway, but also, like, these abilities work so much more in theory than they do in practice. Like, they're really good ideas for thieving in general, but they're not especially useful when it comes to, like, actual gameplay. Well, whatever, we've beaten the level, and now will be a pertinent time for me to end the episode, because apparently I've been recording for half an hour. Somehow I don't think that this episode will be half an hour long. I blame the chickens. To hell with the chickens. And in the next episode of Slag Cooper, we'll be going into the cauldron and firing ourselves up into the stratosphere and then starting chapter 4, because I'm assuming that the boss will probably go well. I've been able to continue to be tessellating hexagons, if I didn't say that already, and if I did say that already, then there you go, you've heard it twice. And I shall see you in the next soup. Goodbye.